The goals of Camp Peace are to teach children alternatives of violence, as well as learning about peace education, which focuses on collaboration, cooperation, and team building. And we will also be implementing a program called Cognitively Based Compassion Training, which teaches children about compassion for themselves as well as others. It's important to teach children about compassion because it's the basis of how they interact with each other and interact with themselves. When you think about something that another person may have gone through, even though they may have reacted to you in a negative way, thinking about their circumstances and their situation can help you react more compassionately, and that's what we're hoping for our children. These skills can be taught at an early age. From as young as 2 and 3 years old, we can start teaching children how to resolve conflicts peacefully, and it will help them as they grow older. A lot of times our minds have a lot going on. Like I'm thinking about, like today, all day today, I was thinking about this lesson and what I was going to teach you guys. And so these things are all going in my mind. Think about it for a minute. When your mind gets really busy, Jewel, what happens?
I get nervous and then I just have to stop for a minute.
My birth father was very abusive. My first memory was right after a fight between him and my mother where he had physically assaulted my mother, and my mother was singing to me, comforting me. It really created a lot of anxiety for me. I sort of created this outward kind of bully mentality. Basically, I'm gonna hurt you before you have a chance to hurt me. Having dealt with a lot of trauma, I think I had a hard time sitting still. I had a hard time not getting into confrontations with classmates, with teachers. I would get extremely angry and I would scream and I would yell and I would hit. I was well aware that I was an angry person. I was quick to judgment and I didn't quite know how to fix that. If I had been able to participate in a program like Camp Peace, I think that I would have started the work of emotionally repairing myself earlier on in my life.
The Women's Resource Center does many things. When most people think about a domestic violence agency, they think of a place that just has a shelter. We do have a safe house, is what we call it. A safe house where 32 women and children can come and start their lives anew. In addition to a safe house, we have other supportive services. We have a legal advocacy program. We offer support groups. We have a food pantry. We have a supervised visitation and exchange center. We have a children's program. The care that we give to every single person that walks in the door just makes me feel good about coming to work every day because I know we're making a difference. We are here to provide supportive services to battered women and their children. And the other part of our mission is working to end violence against women. That's the piece that's complicated. Women's Resource Center is partnering with Emory University through their Cognitively Based Compassion Training program. It's really interesting and fascinating how the dots connect. We were introduced to a partner at Emory University who has this curriculum that they have used in working with children who have experienced trauma and heartache just like our children have, and they've done so with really great results.
I want us to think about how can we settle our mind. This jar right here that has all these pebbles and dirt in it, how can we settle it? Jewel?
Take a deep breath and figure out what you need to do. Calm down.
So yeah, just like a car, right? If you're driving a car and you want to stop, what do you have to do?
Hit the brakes.
Put the brakes, okay? So we can put the brakes on our mind.
Cognitively Based Compassion Training, or CBCT, is a meditation protocol that was developed in 2005 by Geshe Lobsang Tenzin, a professor at Emory University. And Geshe Lobsang wanted to see whether a secular form of compassion training could be developed that could be used both in outreach programs to help various populations, such as undergraduates at Emory, and also for research purposes. We piloted the program at a group foster home for girls, and it turned out very well. One of the girls there, in fact, testified in court about the program when she was in court with her adoptive mother, and the judge was very impressed by that and said, you know, there should be more programs like this made available.
All right, this time when you breathe in, you're going to stretch your hands up. Breathe in, stretch up to the sky, try to reach the sky, and blow it out, and go down and sway like a tree.
My hope for Camp Peace is that it will expose children to new ideas and new practices regarding compassion, how to develop inner peace, how to develop a sense of space and stability. I think that everyone is concerned about the future, and if we care about young people and we want them to have a good future, we have to give them the resources to make good decisions and wise decisions, to regulate their emotions and their impulses, and Camp Peace is a way to do that.
When I ring this bell, I want you to close your eyes. Listen to the sound of the bell and listen as the noise starts to soften. First you hear it a little bit loudly, and then it starts to soften. So I want you to listen to that and pay attention to that. It's important to teach children peaceful conflict resolution because in today's society we're just inundated with violence. They see violence on TV, in the media, social media, the internet, in their communities, in their schools, and in their homes, and this is what children are learning. Self-compassion with the children at the Safe House is really helping them to kind of look within themselves and look at their strengths, look at their similarities between each other, look at the differences that they may have amongst each other, and build on those strengths.
By teaching children this from an early age, there's a hope that they can see through prejudice, see through stereotype, and recognize our common humanity and have a greater sense of responsibility towards others, and therefore address the problems in their own life and in the world.
Clear!
So what happened?
Clear it up from all the dirt and the nasty mind.
So our mind is what? Our mind jar now is
Clear!
But how did this jar get clear? What did we have to do? We had to let it take time, right? And let it settle.
I think people should support Camp Peace because the children that will be attending Camp Peace have witnessed domestic violence and have had some of those experiences that I talked about that I had. And I think it's going to be immensely powerful for them to have that sense of community, have that sense that I'm not alone, that maybe even something good can come out of something bad.
Now, how does that make you feel when you're eating this grape and you think about all of these people that went into making this grape?
That makes me happy.
Makes you happy, right?
That makes me grateful for them because that grape was really good.
When you are grateful or you're thankful or you're happy that somebody helped you to get something that you have that you're enjoying, that's called gratitude.
I hope Camp Peace will give our children tools that they can have for life. And so what we hope we accomplish with Camp Peace is to teach children peace and not conflict. I mean, love and not hate. I mean, if we don't teach them peace, then they will learn violence. For the families that will go to Camp Peace this summer, they will do so at no charge. They have the field trips, they have the food, the transportation, and a team of loving hearts and minds that are there ready to help us change the world.
To support our program, people can visit the website for Camp Peace, which is www.camppeaceatl.org.